Today we are talking about trade-offs, and specifically when it comes to nutrition. And whether it is on a micro level, we are looking at this food versus that food, or we're looking at the big picture. What does our diet look like as a whole? There are likely going to be some trade-offs that you're going to make. So on the micro level, looking at individual foods, the perfect food would be healthy, it would be cheap, and it would be convenient. Now, we are usually going to get two of those three things with any food. To give some really quick examples, fast food. It's cheap, it's convenient, it's not very healthy though, right? If we go the other end of the spectrum, maybe you're stopping to get something to eat at Whole Foods, or you're getting a protein bar or a protein supplement that's really good quality ingredients. So you're getting something healthy, you're getting something that is convenient, it's probably not going to be that cheap, right? You're going to end up paying several dollars for one serving of that thing because it's a little higher quality and you're paying for convenience. The one food that breaks this rule would be fruit. Most fruits are going to check all three of those boxes. They're healthy, they're cheap, and they are convenient. They don't need to be refrigerated, and they don't require many tools to eat them for the most part. If you want to hear more about fruit, check into next week's video. I'm going to get a little bit ranty on that one, but that's for next week. If we look at our diet from a more macro level, we are also going to make some trade-offs here. One thing a lot of us want with a diet is something that's easy, something that will be simple to follow day to day, week to week, month to month, and then hopefully year to year, right? When we want something that is going to be that easy and that simple, the very likely trade-off you're going to make is a little bit of boredom. That doesn't mean that food can't be seasoned and flavored well, but it does mean that you are going to eat similar foods from day to day or week to week. You know, if you're making an effort to eat more vegetables and broccoli is the only vegetable you like, you may be eating broccoli 2, 3, or more times in a week. You're going to eat a lot of chicken. You're going to eat a lot of green leafy things. But again, we can find other recipes and ways to incorporate those healthy foods in a more exciting way, but be prepared to eat similar things from day to day. If we are on the other end of that spectrum and we can't deal with that boredom, we need different kinds of meals every day, the trade-off you're going to make is putting in a little bit more work. You're going to have to prepare those meals. You're going to have to plan ahead. You're going to have to find all these other ingredients. So there's a little bit more legwork required if you want to avoid the boredom. Now, I think the real answer is a mix of both. We want to have some meals that are different, varied, more complex recipes, and then we want to have simple stuff that we can repeat every single week if we need to. You know, the other thing we want to look at is long-term. You know, we aren't choosing a diet to work for 30 days. We want it to work for a long time. And in my mind, you can't even say it works unless it's been working for years. To make a decision on whether a diet works after 30 days or 6 weeks or whatever, that is not enough information. But to make something work long-term, the trade-off we're gonna have to make for that is a little bit of planning. So it removes the chance for us to just wake up in the morning and then figure out what we're eating for the rest of the day. It may mean that the previous day, or even several days in advance, you have to think about, well, what do I have that day? Do I have an early meeting? Do I have a late meeting? Do I need a plan in place so I can make sure that I eat mostly healthy for that day and keep myself on track? So something to be aware of. Definitely planning is going to be the answer with a lot of the issues when it comes to nutrition. So being able to look a couple days ahead and know roughly what's going to be coming for your meals. But understand, there will always be trade-offs. There is no perfect choice every single time, and that is okay. If you guys are struggling with some of this, don't be afraid to ask. I'm happy to chat with you as well as the coaches are. So think about this a little bit, and then I look forward to hearing what you guys think about next week's video about fruit.